Google Pest Control Marketer. Grow your business like never before. Call 770-993-0004.
Well, hello, folks. This is Hal Coleman, the Pest Control Marketer, and welcome to another episode of Pest Control Marketing Live and the Pest Control Marketing Podcast. And I'm here with the Internet audio and video guy from the day the Internet was born, Mr. Online, Mike Stewart, the legendary Mike Stewart. How you doing, Mikey?
Well, you know, Hal, I'm looking for those who are watching the video, obviously on the podcast. You can go to YouTube to see that. There's pictures of us when we were starting in music back in the old days. So I'm still doing music, loving doing music here in Nashville, Tennessee. I see your guitar behind you. In fact,
that's actually a ukulele over there.
Oh, it looks like a guitar. It's a big one, then. It's
one of those baritone ukuleles, I guess.
All right.
My son got that from my son when he was about 5 years old, and he's 45 now. So it's been propped up against the wall here for 40 years. He didn't take to the ukulele very well.
You know, I can see above your microphone is that picture of you, that promo picture of you that I showed here, that one right there with your guitar.
Which one is me now? That's me on the left. That's the handsome one is me, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you were the sex symbol of the music days.
Yeah. We started working together at that time. That's what we looked like when we first started working together. And look at us now. We still look exactly the same.
Haven't changed a bit. Haven't changed an iota. But anyway, I know you got some great subjects you want to talk about today, and I could reminisce with you for hours. But that's what not people listen. People tune into this podcast to get nuggets and chunks of ideas to improve their business. I don't know how many times I've talked to people that say, you know, I've listened to your podcasts and I've always been able to, you know, take something from it and apply it to my business. So what nugget of wisdom do you have today?
Oh boy, I got a good one, Mike. You know, you've never actually had a brick and mortar business. You've been an online guy and a music guy from day one. You've never been anybody's employee. You have always had your own business in the music business, and I applaud you for that. You've never lived through the nightmares of having employees, nor the joys of having employees. But I, during the 18 years, I was an employee for 16 years. And then I had my own business for 18 years, and I hired many people hired and fired, and some quit during those 18 years. So I became very familiar with hiring employees. And one of the things that I failed to do in the beginning, but I later on became really diligent about, and that was doing my homework when I was going to hire somebody and checking them out thoroughly. Calling, making sure that they gave me at least 3 or 4 references that I could call. And I called those references, and I had questions that I asked them, carefully designed question. Now, nowadays, it's different than it was back then, Mike. Had my business for 18 years, sold it 15 years ago. So that's what, 30, went into business in 1990. Back in those days, you could call somebody and say, hey, Fred Johnson applied to go to work for me. Can you tell me anything about him? Yeah, I can tell you. He's a dumb son of a bitch. I wouldn't hire him for anything in the world. You better run him off right now. He's a crook. He's a liar. He's sorry. They'd tell you stuff like that. But nowadays, the federal government says that they can't say anything bad about him. And so you have to be very careful when you hire somebody. You got to do your homework and be very diligent and very shrewd about it in order to find out the truth about somebody. Same thing is true with advertising. If you're going to hire an advertising agent or you're going to buy an ad from an ad seller, you better do your homework. And what I mean by that is, you better not buy an ad in a magazine or an online campaign or on a shopping cart or a billboard or a poster or, to put an ad on a football field or a baseball. You better not spend any money on advertising with an advertising agency or an agent until you do your homework. And the way you do that is you say, yeah, this sounds good. Sounds like it might be a good deal for me to advertise in your publication. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to give me the names of at least 3 pest control companies or home service industries, such as roofer, plumber, painter, lawn care, electrician, heating and air, somebody in the home service. Give me at least 3 of them and let me call them up and talk to them and see how well they did with your publication. And if they have good things to say about you, I'll call you back and I'll sign up because I'm looking for something really good. And 9 times out of 10, you will never hear from them again. Then, yeah, I'll send you some. Sure, yeah, I'll get you together 3 people and I'll send them right over to you. Great. Never hear from them again. Now, if that happens, don't spend your money with those people. If you do, you're not going to be happy. You want to find somebody who gives you the names of people that are their clients, and you call them up and say, yeah, I'm Hal Coleman. I understand you own an electrical business and you advertise with, Fred's Bulletin here, or you had a billboard with these people, whatever. How did you do? I did really well. I still advertise with them. I've been with them for 3 years now, man. It's great. I've made a lot of money. Okay, that's good. Or somebody says, I never got a call. I never got one single call from those ads. You better listen to it. And because you need to do your homework. Now, if for instance, if you look at my website, pestcontrolmarketer.com, you're going to see probably, I don't know the exact number, but it's around 50 comments and testimonials from current and past clients of mine. And I put their phone numbers on there. They allow me to put their phone numbers on there, and you're welcome to call them. So a lot of people do their homework before they hire me as their coach or get into my program, because I'll start telling them something. They'll say, oh, yeah, you don't have to tell me that. I've already talked to several of your clients. And so I already know about that. I already know they had good things to say about you. And sometimes I'll have a client call me and say, hey, have you heard from a guy named Fred Johnson? No, I haven't. Well, good. He's going to be in your coaching program, I think, because he called me and I talked with him for about 30 minutes. He had a lot of questions. And so see, these are people doing their homework. And then if they hire me, they're happy. They already know. They've already gotten the testimonials and they've already gotten positive affirmation as to what they're trying to do. So if you are thinking about advertising, do your homework. If they won't give you any references, or you can't get any in any contact with any of their former clients to find out how well they did with their ads, don't do it. Don't do it. And this is true with online advertising. I have people who say, I've signed up with somebody. I'm paying them $500 a month to manage my Facebook and my social media. And the majority of the times we talk, they go 6 months goes by, they pay $500 a month, and they can't trace a customer, not one customer to what this person is doing for them online. So you say, yeah, that'd be great, but I need to talk with some of your other clients, at least 3 other clients that you're doing this for online. Let me talk to them and find out how well they're doing. And if they're doing well, then I will sign on with you, and hopefully I'll do well too. If they won't give you the names and numbers, if they won't put you in touch with their clients, if you can't get any feedback at all, don't do it, because there's a reason they won't let you communicate with their clients. Either they don't have any, or they know their clients don't have anything good to say. So that's my message today. Before you spend a penny on advertising or design or anything, do your homework. Talk to the former clients or current clients and find out what they have to say about the person or the agency that you're thinking about spending money with. Or you may very well be one of those remorseful buyers who said, I spent a lot of money for this ad. I didn't get anything.
You know, I've heard it called doing your due diligence.
Due diligence, yeah.
And you know, I don't know how many times people have said, you know, I actually called people on your all's website, because one of the things we do with some of our best customers, we ask if we can put their name, their testimonial, and a phone number. And it's interesting to me how few people take advantage of that power of the opportunity for you to do your due diligence about us. You know, so think about it in reverse. You know, if you are trying to hide something, or you don't have such confidence in you, in the ability of the success of your business, that you wouldn't allow people to do due diligence. And how are they going to do due diligence about your pest control service? They're going to want to talk to your customers. They're going to want to talk. They're going to want to see, you know, one of the due diligences that a lot of people, when they hire something, more and more people are doing it. They're going to look and see what kind of Facebook reviews, what kind of Yelp reviews, what kind of Angie List reviews do you have? What kind of Facebook reviews do you have? There are so many places that people can do due diligence. And lots of times people don't optimize that due diligence. I mean, I've seen pest control companies that had 2 Google reviews and both of them negative. They had a 1-star review and they're just ignoring it. You can do something about that, because more and more people are doing due diligence on you, and you got to do due diligence on people that you hire and things that you buy. And that's the message I heard today is don't procrastinate. Don't be lazy. It's easier to do it now than it ever has been before. And woe be unto you if you do things without doing your due diligence.
And you know, you can fall into this trap, which I have been guilty of before when I had you can fall in love with an applicant who comes to you and you need help. And especially with employees, you can fall in love with them, or you can fall in love with an ad agent just because of their personality. And you want to do business with them. This is just the kind of person I want to do business with, or I want to hire. This person, oh, I just love this person. They're going to do, and they turn out to be the biggest nightmare or the biggest failure. And it reminds me, you know, our friend Milton Crabapple, the Southern humorist that he told me about his cousin who bought some property up in the mountains one time. And he said, I've lost all my savings. And Milton said, why? He said, I bought this property up in the mountains, sent him the money, and I never got the deed. And I found this ad in the back of a magazine. And so I sent him $20,000 and never got a deed. Now they won't call me back. Their number's been disconnected, and I've just lost everything. And he said, well, didn't you check them out? He said, well, I checked them out as best I could. He said, did you call the Better Business Bureau and find out about them? He said, no, I didn't. He said, well, why didn't you? He said, well, I was afraid they'd tell me not to do it. So you can fall in love with an idea and think, oh, I don't need to check this person out. This person is great. You know, they'll tell you everything you want to hear. and then you hire them, or an ad agent will tell you everything you want to hear. Oh, we got all these people coming in. You're going to have 482 million people every hour looking at your shopping cart going through the store, and you're going to get tons. Our people that do this just get tons of business from it. I mean, we got people that have been with us for 10 years. Well, let me talk to some of those people. Oh, okay. I'll send you a list of them. Never hear from them again. So do your homework. Don't
do your homework. Do your due diligence.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's something that you can do diligence on us. Go to Hal's website, howtogrowapestcontrolbusiness.com.
No, that's my book. That's not my website.
I said it's one of your websites. It's not your only website. You have multiple websites.
Well, that's true. That is a website. You've built so many websites for me through the years that I could probably say I got to go pick up some food at Bojangles for dinner, and you'd say, well, go to your website, get food at bojangles.com.
Well, it's clarity. It keeps it clear in your head. And it keeps it clear in the market's mind how to find what they want. They may not be ready for the mass of knowledge that is Hal Coleman. That's why break it into little chunks, bite-sized bits. And one of the best bites you're going to get is howtogrowapestcontrolbusiness.com. I'm telling you, Hal and his serial entrepreneurialism, where he likes to make money. He wants you to go to Amazon and search how to grow a pest control business and pay $30. But I'm the nice guy that says, don't spend money with Hal. Get to know Hal. Get to know, like, and trust him, even though he is a money-grubbing entrepreneur, which there's really nothing wrong with that in my book.
For those of you listening who can't see the audio right now, I'm rolling my eyes.
Yeah, see the audio. See, that's what I'm saying. That's how technical Hal is. See the audio. At any rate, How to Grow a Pest Control Business is a great place to start. If you like to have hard copy books that you can hold in your hand, go out on the beach and read, go to Amazon and buy it. But if you want to have the information at a no-risk opportunity to get to know and like and trust what we do, get that book at How to Grow a Pest Control Business. And one of the other things that we love to remind people to do is call us. We give out our phone numbers in this podcast, something that most podcasters won't do for the fear that they don't want the phone to ring. We want the phone to ring. We want to meet you. We want to see if you're willing to go the extra mile and take the action. So, number one, call Hal for 1 free hour, and he'll tell you all about it here in a second. But the phone number is 770-993-0004, 0004.
I got a question, Mike. I got a question. Now, how come in the 77 you say O, and then in the next one you say 000? One is O and the others are 0.
Well, because
I've always wondered about that.
Well, because when it comes to area codes, everybody has never said 770. They always say 770. What's your area code in Georgia? 770. So that is embedded in my subconscious. But to go 00004 is a hiccup to me.
Okay. Well,
so
I understand it now.
So I could go 770-993-0004, or I could go 770-993-0004.
Well, in my mind, and musically, I'm entitled, it goes 770-993-0000.
I don't care how you get there. Call the number. What are you going to do if Hal answers the phone? What are you going to tell folks?
I'm going to chat with them for a few minutes about their business. I'm going to send them a questionnaire about all their marketing and advertising and the struggles and the things that they're dealing with, the questions that they have, and I'm going to go over that and make a lot of notes. And I'm going to identify from some places that I think they're neglecting that they could really pay some attention to and make that phone ring more often. And it's not going to cost them a penny. And there's no strings attached. There's no bait and switch. It's not like, oh, you said you were going to do this, but then when I got on the call, you want to do that. No, not that way. And at the end of our hour together, You can ask me any questions you want to ask. And if you want to know about my coaching program, I'll be happy to tell you about it if you think you might want to work with me. And if you don't want to know about it, I won't tell you about it. How's that? It's just straight up, straightforward, and brutally honest.
Well, and I do the same thing. You can call me at 770-826-3662 or 770-826-3662. Just call me. If you have questions about your internet presence, I talk about something called the Big Three. The Big Three is what every local business, I don't care what your local business is. And pest control is a local business. Even if you got 50 branches, you got 50 localities that you're marketing in. So when you're in a service business like pest control or anything, you're a local business and you need a local presence. And most local businesses don't have a local presence. And it's because they don't pay attention to the Big Three. The Big Three is your Google reviews, your Google My Business, your content marketing. Most businesses do not have a content marketing program. And I can't tell you how important, if you want to have a local presence, is getting a content marketing program going. And there's a whole lot of strategies and direct response triggers that we do in content marketing that live forever on the internet. You can't content market it, and you can't content market on radio, TV, or print, but you can content market on the internet, and we help customers do that. And then number 3, paid advertising done correctly will more than pay for itself. Paid advertising done incorrectly becomes an expense. You don't want to have an expense. You want to invest in a paid advertising program that pays for itself and makes you money. And so that's the Big Three: paid ads, content marketing, and paying attention to what's called your reputation, your online reputation. And that's big in Google My Business. And if you'd like somebody to spend an hour with you and look at where you stand, call me, 770-826-3662. And Hal, I think we need to call it a day on this one.
I think that's a wrap, folks. We appreciate you hanging in there with us on this podcast. And if you're listening to it later on, we appreciate that. And we will look forward to seeing you on the next episode of PestControlMarketing.live and the Pest Control Marketing Podcast.
Hal Coleman has been active in the pest control industry for over 40 years, including owning and operating his own successful pest control business for 18 years. He now devotes his time to helping other PCOs and other WCOs double, triple, and even quadruple their businesses faster than they ever imagined. Be sure to check out his website, pestcontrolmarketer.com. For more information about Hal's coaching program, you can reach him at 770-993-0004 or email him hal@halcoleman.com. Mike Stewart is known as the Internet audio and video guy. Since the birth of the Internet, Mike has been showing small business owners how to get more new customers, increase their sales, and grow their businesses online using audio and video, now with iPhones and Android phones. For more information about Mike's coaching program and his online training courses, visit MikeStewartCoaching.com or email him mike@internetaudioguide.com.
Google Pest Control Marketer. Grow your business like never before. Call 770-993-0004.